Yo, what is going on guys, my name's A Friendly Machine, and today guys I've got you a Modern Warfare Remastered tips and tricks video back in the channel. Now today guys, I know a lot of this will be demanded on YouTube because there's all these new camos in Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered, and in COD 4 as well. It was always the headshots that only unlocked the camos. It wasn't like Black Ops 3 where you maybe had to get headshots and then do different attachments like get certain amounts of bloodthirsty medals or amount of kills with no attachments on your gun or 6 attachments on your gun. So today I'm going to be showing you guys the best or easiest ways to get headshots in Modern Warfare Remastered. However, just before we do that, I want to ask you guys, would you like weekly giveaways on the channel when Modern Warfare Remastered and Infinite Warfare officially launch on Friday the 4th of November, as it is the day before today, that's why I'm saying that officially. So yeah, slap a like in the video down below if you enjoy the video and would also like me to do weekly giveaways of whether it be COD points, whether it be whatever for any game, PSN cards. Let me know in the comments when you'd like this to start and what you'd like it to be. And without any further ado, the first tip I want to give you guys is to use a red dot sight. Pretty obvious, I'm using it in the gameplay in the background, so this is going to be kind of relevant to what I'm going to be going on about the gameplay in the background. It's got a lot of features that I'm going to discuss with you guys, but anyways, I would suggest red dot because it gives you a good peripheral vision of the enemies around you. As you can see at the start of the gameplay, when they started rolling this video, I got 2 very nice headshots and they were long distance as well, so it not only gives you a good vision of the head because there's not much obstruction of the particular eyesight of the weapon. Say for a fact it was the M16, it's very clustered and clunky, and yeah, it may be good for actually looking down and through the sight at the enemy, but also at the same time you need that peripheral vision where the pillars of the eyesight's at the side of the sight where you actually need to land on the enemy's head in order to shoot and get the right accuracy. It's very important to take note of everything going on around you as well as the sides, which is why that tip's important, to kind of remove the cluster or the kind of clunkiness of the weapon's iron sights out of the way, so you only have a dot to cover anything that you might set your sight on. Say for a fact, in the gameplay in the background, yes, there is pillars at the side of the red dot sight, but at the same time, you're going to see the 2 enemies rather quicker than you would with an iron sight, which has a more linear sight where the pillars are closer together, covering your obstruction of an enemy perhaps aiming down the sight with an iron sight, which is why I suggest red dot as well, because when you're aiming down the sight, it's not like it needs a metal piece sticking up, it's just one dot in the middle of where the shot's going to go, and I think that's the best way to roll in a basic term for getting headshots in Modern Warfare Remastered. The next thing I suggest you guys doing is playing on default flips. Why? Because you have more of a control over the shooting triggers. I don't know if your hands are extortionately huge or something like that, but it's all down to personal preference at the end of the day, and I definitely prefer, even though my hands can cover the whole controller and shoot perfectly fine with the back 2 triggers and aim with it obviously as well, I definitely prefer having that more control and that extra sensitivity on the 2 front triggers, which is why I use them. It's a bit of a kind of in-depth tip, but you guys can experiment with what works better for you and what you do to get more headshots, whether you're playing default flipped or just default. The next tip I want to give you guys is short but sweet, but it definitely works well for the shotgun category in Modern Warfare Remastered, which is just running around with your hipfire or crosshairs slightly aimed up to what you usually would have from the chest. Obviously this meaning the head, because shotguns are up close and personal, not like snipers, and they will always kill in one shot at a medium moderate range with the shotgun in the head. It always works, especially really works well on shipment, but yet again your peripheral vision or your vision of where enemies might be is kind of restricted. Say for a fact they're prone and you walk around a corner and don't catch a glimpse of them quite enough, or they're already shooting you and you need to look down, and that time you look down you die. I don't know, but it's really helpful for them shotguns, so I definitely recommend you guys do that, and if it works well for burst weapons like the M16, definitely try that with these guns as well. The 4th tip I want to give you guys is actually to do with sensitivity. So what I'd recommend from playing on your comfort sensitivity now, what you're used to, what you don't even really think of when you're in the game. Say for a fact, oh, I needed to turn faster, because you're already comfortable with how fast you need to turn on people and generally just the mechanics of the game overall when playing on your comfort sensitivity. I recommend going out of that comfort zone slightly, while getting to that in a minute, by 15%. So say for a fact you increase it by 2 from 11, you get to 13. This may make the chance of you actually snapping onto the enemy's chest and getting that chest multiplier a head multiplier, since you actually zoom up a little bit quicker, obviously hitting the head faster with that high sensitivity. And because of this, if you play normally like you would on your normal comfort sensitivity, this will benefit you. I cannot speak from personal experience, but I've asked a lot of friends that I've actually told this to, and they've already got Blue Tiger and Red Tiger already before the game is officially launched, because obviously they've joined through the friends list system, into a multiplayer session, and they say it works a charm. Also, what I've told them is to aim down sight with a red dot and put a piece of blue tack or something sticky and miniature in the screen covering the red dot, so when you actually run around hip firing with that shotgun or any weapon that you may need to hip fire with in a situation, the chance of you getting a headshot is generally increased if you land that blue tack marker or that marker covering where the red dot will be if you were aiming down your sight on the screen on the enemy's head. So I definitely recommend all of them tips that I've told you guys, especially that one right there for the shotguns. Now the final tip is basically to do with you improving how you feel around the controller or how you actually feel holding the controller. You can generally actually spend or make your own DIY products like control freaks, but if you can't and you just generally want to buy some and experiment, I definitely recommend using code Carnage, as I'm part of Team Carnage. It helps the team out and gives back to us for giving you these awesome tips, so why not just use the code Carnage, spelled K-A-R-N-A-G-E, Carnage, and that's obviously misspelt from the normal literal version in a dictionary, but that's how you guys, all of you, can improve your aim, get more headshots and get them camos even faster and rank up getting the XP at the same time even faster than your friends. So slap a like in the video down below if you enjoyed or this helped you in any way, shape or form, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.